Have you ever wondered how to connect to your spirit guides? Maybe you already have received messages, or maybe you're wondering, what is a spirit guide and how do I get one? Everybody already has spirit guides. We have lots of different forms of them. They look all different ways. You can call in your spirit guides for support and protection and help when you need it. And it's something that you can learn how to do. Everybody has that capability. Our spirit guides are wonderful when we're in times of needing guidance or facing hardship, feeling lonely. These are actually times you can call in your spirit guides, no matter where you are or what your situation. There's a few things to remember if you want to have the best communication and, I guess, be receptive to the most information coming in. This information, it's not always in words, so it can be in all different forms, this guidance. The more we practice, the more we learn sort of what we are able to tune into the most. The more we practice, the more we're able to utilize these spirit guides as a support. And this is something that I'm not an expert by any means. This is something that I'm also interested in. I've definitely been able to use my intuition at times, and I'd like to call in spirit guides more for specific times. Having a belief in our spirit guides is a strong foundation to be able to have that connection for yourself. Okay? Besides your belief, open-minded. It's important that you're open-minded to the idea. And I think probably if you're watching this video and you're interested in this topic, you're open-minded. Having your belief, being open-minded, and practicing. And there's lots of other ways that you will just naturally feel that connection with your spiritual guide. Well, they offer us loving kindness, for starters. So it's a loving and kind support that we each can tap into. They're in many forms. So like I was saying, you're not going to only hear words. You might be encouraged to take a certain action. That would be considered your spiritual guidance. If you feel that intuition, feeling inclined to go a certain way with something, that is your spiritual guide, your guidance coming through. They can have various roles. In other words, they can guide us and support us in a vast array of situations in different capacities with different types of support and advice, depending on what we need in any given situation. Helpful in navigating. They can be very helpful in a tough time that we're going through when we need some advice or some kind of support and feedback in terms of which way to go in certain situations. So they can help us navigate through tough times. They can actually help us to tune into our intuition. The more we are connecting with our guides, we're also really strengthening that connection with our intuition because they're really intertwined. Helpful in developing our psychic abilities. So sort of a similar idea to the last one, the more we tune into that part of our ability that we all have in certain ways. We don't all know that we have it, and we don't all know what we're strong in, which type of psychic abilities. Hi there, I'm Lauren. I just wanted to take a second to say thanks so much for being here, watching the video. I hope it is valuable for you. If you find the video enjoyable, hit the like button if you feel called to do so, as well as write a comment or share a win, whatever it is that's in your heart to share with us down below would be great. Thanks so much. Namaste. They are protecting us because, again, this loving and kind guidance wants the best for us. Do try to help support us in staying in the path that is best for us, even if there's a reason that we may not see, and it may not seem like it's the best choice at the time, but it is. They're always looking out for your best interest. Maybe you're wondering, okay, I know kind of what they are. So now, is there anything I can do in encouraging this connection and being able to hear or see or feel the direction that you're being given? Because it's not always in words, right? There are some things that we can do to help strengthen this connection with our spiritual guides so that when we're in need of this guidance or support or help, we can just tap into it. The first thing is create a sacred space if you don't already have one. It doesn't have to be a huge space or its own room. It can be one little spot in a corner, or even if you have a large enough closet, somewhere where you can just have a couple special items that are sacred to you, that make you feel connected to Source when you want to have some quiet time. For example, my sacred space that I created is in my actual office / craft room / now meditation space. So this is what it looks like, and it's just in a corner of the room. So it's possible to do this anywhere. And if you're not giving yourself quiet time, that is definitely a basic right there to start implementing. You will feel a difference if you start giving yourself that quiet time just to connect. Even if you start off with 5 minutes, and you will feel a huge difference from taking that quiet time just for you. Meditation can look however it looks for you. It does not have to be an hour of chanting if that's not something that works for you. However long you can meditate for is fine and perfect. Start where you are. That's most important. Meditation is wonderful for deepening that connection to your spiritual guides. Specific intention. Very, very important. Be very specific with what it is you're intending to ask for help with. What is your intention with this request? What are you asking exactly? Be specific for what kind of answers you're looking for. Be specific in your questions, as though you were just asking a friend the same question. So be specific and ask exactly for what you want to know. Signs. Lots of people see signs and synchronicities with these signs, especially when you are getting into manifesting and you're becoming more spiritual, maybe. You will probably start seeing more synchronicities. I definitely did. I started seeing all kinds of synchronicities. And, like when you keep seeing 444, for example, things like that. Be open to those signs and those synchronicities and be excited about them because they're not an accident and they are signs from your spirit guides. Trust in support and the connection that you have to your spirit guides. Just trust. Have that trust in knowing you have your spirit guides to protect you and love you and keep you safe. Be grateful. Gratitude is a huge part of having that connection, and keeping that strong, healthy connection is definitely nurtured by showing your gratitude, asking for your guidance in loving, grateful ways, saying thank you and how much you appreciate it. Gratitude on spiritual paths is extremely potent. And when you come from a place of gratitude, much more well received. Coming from a place of gratitude is a very pure, intentional place, and probably will lend to the best connection with your spirit guides. I hope that this helped in some way to give you some ideas on how to connect with your spirit guides so that when you do, you will really start to feel like you have a lot more clarity. You feel more emotionally supported. It lends to your spiritual growth, provides protection, and you feel that extra protection from your spirit guides. And finally, inspiration. And hopefully, the more you connect with your spirit guides and practice ways to strengthen that connection, will make you feel continually inspired. It's very inspirational when you feel this relationship with your spirit guides, this reciprocal of offering gratitude and receiving guidance. It will be very powerful and supportive for you. If there's any other questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.